Well, here we have the 4 leg blanks for the table. Each one is 3 inches square, roughly 30 inches long. They'll be cut to 28 inches long when I'm done with the mortising. I'm going to mortise I'm going to put 2 mortises in each piece, one on this point and one on this point, this particular one. And to do that, I use a special bit. And I use a mortising machine with this bit called a hollow chisel mortiser. It's basically a square chisel, and it has a drill bit that runs up the middle of it for removing material. This goes in a mortising machine that's pressed down into the wood to the depth you need. The bit is spinning and the chisel is stationary, and it leaves a square hole when you remove it. And I'll show you that now on my mortising machine. Here's the mortising machine. It's basically a small drill press, and it has the hollow chisel mortiser here. This is a 1/2 inch wide mortiser. It'll make a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square hole when you run it down into the wood. You can set the depth with the depth stop and the distance from the edge of the board with this back fence. Making the first cut is difficult. It takes a lot of pressure to push that chisel down through the wood to cut the corners of that 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square. There's a lot of heat that builds up and chips get stuck and jammed in there, and it takes a fair amount of downward pressure, as you can see with that long lever arm. And now you can see the resulting 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square hole, 2 inches deep. And now we'll continue with the mortise, making additional plunges until we get a 2.5 inch wide mortise. Subsequent plunges don't take as much downward pressure because you only have 3 sides you're cutting. And I'm not doing quite the whole 1/2 inch. So there's a way for the heat to escape and the chips to escape. And now we'll make the final cut in the mortise. Align the chisel to the mark at the end of the mortise. And complete the mortise. Well, there we have it, 1 completed mortise. Only 7 more to go.